18th, 1997.
All right. And did he explain anything to you about what you're doing down here?
No, ma'am, he did not. But I know what it's about just by what I've heard in North Escambia.
Mm-hmm.
I got a call, and I didn't even know anything about it.
Who'd you get a call from?
I got a call from a guy I shoot pool with. I shoot with him I shoot with him a couple times a week.
Now, who's that?
His name's Charles.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me. He's like,
"What's up, buddy?
How you doing?"
Swap seats, what do we do?"
Yes, sir. He called me, and first gonna call me and ask if I want to come shoot some pool with him. And he's like, Did you hear? I'm like, hear about what? He's like, hear about Ashley. I'm like, no. He's like, she's in jail. I'm like, really? For what? He's like, for murder. I'm like, really? And I didn't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her cousin Kyle, like I mentioned I have my own lawn care business,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the papers for it. And what freaked me out was y'all said, or North Escambia said the body was found on her property. Scared me because he pays me $80 to come out there and weed eat his property,
Mm-hmm.
and not knowing that wherever on that property could be a dead body.
Okay.
Freaked me out.
When's the last time you were out there?
It was like about two, maybe a week or two before I heard about all this.
Okay. And when you go out there, what exactly do you do?
The property? Y'all went down Britt Road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I do the house, I do that fence line, I do the pond, the barn, the horse stable, the trailers, and that fence.
Okay. And you were out there about a week or two ago. Who were you out there with?
I was by myself.
Okay. Have you ever been out there before with anybody other than just you and Kyle, or?
The very first time when I first picked him up as a client,
Mm-hmm.
he walked me around and showed me, where he wanted to weed eat. Those places on that property are the only places I've been. I do my job and I leave.
Okay.
And I go to my next job.
But did you ever go out there with anybody else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you drive? What do you drive?
I drive a 98 GMC.
Okay. How many times do you think you've been out there?
To weed eat, I'd say it's no more than three. It was 2 times. 2 times.
Okay. And so when you go out there, you take that gold truck. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right? Okay. And how do you normally arrange this?
He texts me, and it's usually about every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually, he wants to keep it cut. He told me he had a wedding venue coming up, and I was like, okay. He's asked me if $80 is fair. I was like, okay, because I usually charge about $20 an hour if I'm using my own equipment. But he let me use his equipment, and he gave me $80 just about every 2 weeks. He texted me Friday. I didn't text him back.
Which Friday?
This past Friday.
Okay.
I didn't text him back.
You mean the day after the body was found?
Friday this.
Was it? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
after the body was found,
Yeah.
the whole thing was in the news.
Yeah.
He texted you.
Yeah. He
Okay.
said, hey man, and I was thinking he was wanting me to, come back over there and weed eat his grass again, but I'm dropping him as a client. I don't know if he had anything to do with it. I don't.
What was the text? Do you still have it?
Yeah, he said, hey bud.
And that's it?
Yeah, I didn't text him back.
Okay. How do you know Ashley?
I shoot pool. I've been shooting pool up there at Sticks Billiards for quite some time now, about 6 months. I was shooting there for a little while. I moved to Dallas. For maybe a month or two. Then my mom passed away, so I come back, and I was jobless, and I went back to my old high school job building crab traps, and Then season was coming to an end because it's a seasonal job. And I stopped. And Brandon has he cuts trees and everything. He asked me if I needed some work to do. I'm like, absolutely. I have no job. I need gas. I need gas to get back and forth looking for a job. So help him cut trees or whatever. And pretty much anything. If I need any type of work to do, if I need to put gas in my truck, it doesn't matter if I clean up his pool hall or cut trees for him or anything like that. He'll pay me a little bit of money just to get me where I need to go, get me on my feet. And I went and got my business license and trying to progress forward with it. And I got my uncle got me a job at the Bay Center, so I've been busy with that. And
So you just know her from up there?
yeah,
How long have you been knowing her?
I've seen her before. I've seen her around, but she never really talked. And then I guess just the more I come up there and everything and talked with Brandon and shot pool and everything more than, I just spoke to her and kind of just introduced myself. Because she'd always sit there and not talk to nobody. So I just introduced myself.
So, did she set up this whole thing with her cousin, with Kyle, trying to get the grass cut or whatever?
Actually, he come up to me one night and says, I hear you do lawn work. Because I was doing lawn work before. I was working for a company called Phillips Lawn Care. And I was working with him for a little bit. And I decided, I can do this myself. So I went down to the DMV, got my business license, and he come up to me and he's like, I hear you do lawn work. I was like, yeah. He's like, how much do you charge? And I was like, well, how big's your yard? He's like, I got a pretty big piece of property. I was like, okay. And so he was like, I'll give you $80 to do it. I was like, okay, well, I'll come out there and look at it, see how big it is. I was like, $80 is fair. It take me about 2 hours to weed eat his yard. I was like, $80 is fair, 2 to 3 hours.
So, all right. I mean, obviously, we've talked to Kyle.
Yeah.
We've talked to a lot of people. I don't want you to lie about anything. Okay, I don't want to see you come in here and tell me something that's not true.
I'm not.
Because basically, what's going to happen is, obviously Ashley, I don't know how well you know her or not, but she's kind of hemmed up, and she's not really the type that's going to want to go sit in jail, sit in prison. That's not her.
I know.
So she's going to start talking. You know what I mean?
I'm not lying.
Okay.
I swear.
Have you ever been out to that property before with Ashley?
She went with Kyle to her and Kyle. When I first went out there, Kyle was showing me around the property. Ashley was there with Kyle. They left.
Okay.
And I did my job.
That time in particular, you need to think about this very hard, okay?
Okay.
Did you take Ashley out there to that property?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Now, how
All right.
hard is it, son, to answer the question?
I didn't know.
When I asked you first, I said, have you ever been out there before with anybody else? And you said no. So now we're finding out that you did go out there with Ashley.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself fucked up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I don't have time for it, first of all.
You're a young man, son.
Yes, sir. I understand.
And this is a murder investigation. This ain't dope, theft, bullshit.
Yes, sir. I know.
Okay?
I'm not trying to get caught up in it because I swear I did not do anything. I swear.
Well, here's the problem, is that when you start lying about little things, then we start focusing on you and saying, well, what else is it?
Okay.
Don't get yourself caught up in her bullshit.
I understand. Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So now, from here on out, you need to tell me everything that you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the second that you walk out this door, it's over. If there's something else that you know, and we find out about it later, when Ashley's sitting her ass in jail for the next 9 months, thinking about how in the fuck she's going to get out of this situation that she's got herself into. And if you have any knowledge of this, now's your chance to tell me. Okay, because when
Yes,
she
ma'am.
starts coming forward with it,
Yes, ma'am.
you're fucked up.
Yes,
Understood?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So when you went out there with Ashley, what did you go out there with Ashley for?
She called me and asked me if I could pick her up. And I was like, well, sure, okay, that's fine. And I was like, well, you meet me at the raceway by my house. I'll pick you up and I'll take you out there so you can ride with Kyle. Well,
Hang on a minute. That don't even make sense what you're saying.
no, I know. This is, I'm trying to tell you
You
what
said she asked if you could pick her up. What the fuck you doing picking her up at a gas station?
She called and asked me, because she said one of her friends had to use her car. And I said, okay, just meet me at the raceway because I don't have enough gas to come wherever you're at. I got to go all the way out to Cantonment.
Which raceway?
The one on 9 Mile right by my house.
9 Mile and what? You talking about an interstate?
No, 9 Mile by Home Depot and Lowe's.
All right.
Now, when was this?
Pull your phone out, son, and look.
You probably still got all that stuff in your phone.
I mean, we're not trying to be dicks, but I mean, you
I-
lie, I'm gonna turn into a dick. All right?
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to lie, sir. I'm really not trying to lie.
Well, but now's the time to be forthcoming and open and honest with every little piece of information.
Yes,
Whether
ma'am.
you think that it's relevant or not, it's fucking relevant because you're sitting here.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. I'm not trying to get caught up into
Okay.
something I did not do. I had no part of. This is the message from Kyle. I read all the messages. The address is 2201 Britt Road, 32533. What time do you think you could be here or be at? I'll be leaving around 10:30 with Ashley, so if you could be there before then, I'll set you up with the equipment and what needs to be done.
Now,
Okay.
when was that? What day was that?
This was September 21st
Okay.
at 12:09 a.m.
In the morning, at
12:09.
night or
Yeah.
p.m., afternoon or early morning.
It was early morning. And I was like, how early will you be up? And September 21st at 7:26 a.m. he said, I'm up now. Let me know if you're up for the job. I said, I got a little tied up this morning, but I'll be heading that way shortly. You said you got tools for me, or should I bring my own? He says, I have tools here. I said, okay, sweet. He said, the sooner the better, that way I'm not holding up Ashley. I was like, okay, I gotta pick her up.
You said to him, you have to pick her up?
Yeah. That was when she called me and said that somebody has to use her car. Her friend.
Now, what time was that you said that text about having to pick Ashley up?
It was 10:33 a.m.
Now, you go pick her up. Well, keep going with the messages first.
Okay. He said what? He said the pond around the trailers, the round arena, the wash rack behind the barn are the key areas that need to be weed-eated around, including the fence line. And then I didn't text him back. I got there and I started doing my job.
Okay. So when you go to pick Ashley up, you're at the raceway. She gives you some story. What's the story?
She said her friend has to go fix some jukeboxes.
Do you know what friend?
No, I don't know the girl. I never met her.
Did you ask her how she got there?
Her friend was driving her car
Mhm.
there.
Which one?
Her Jeep,
Which
one?
color?
the black one.
Okay. And so, did she say anything else about it? Like, how was she supposed to get home? I mean,
She said she was riding with Kyle for the day.
okay. So what was she going over there to see Kyle for?
She said they had some business to take care of, or they had some errands to run.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she told me. I didn't get in her business. I didn't ask. I was like, I'm ready to do my job. I need to make money. I'll take you over there.
Okay. Did you guys go anywhere on your way there?
No, ma'am.
You just went straight there.
Went straight there.
Okay. When you get there, who all was there?
Just Kyle.
So it was you, Ashley, and Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and whenever you get there, what happens then?
He showed me around the place, showed me what needs to be weed eated, showed me where his gas was, showed me where his weed eater was, and that was it. They left me alone.
Okay. Did you do anything outside of just weed eating those areas?
No, no ma'am.
Okay. Now, do you have that picture pulled up still on your phone? Did you go, I'm not sure if you can tell where we're at here, but here's
That's
Brick
his
Road.
pond, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's their pond.
That's the pond. And this is going to be the trailer where he stays.
That's the trailer.
Okay. So did you go anywhere over here along this fence line here, this property line?
I can show you exactly everything that I weed eated.
Did you trim some limbs?
No, no sir,
Did you move some limbs?
no sir. All I did was strictly weed eat the grass.
There was nothing else that you did?
No ma'am, this is everything I did. You see this fence line? I went up the fence line. I went around this fence line, and through there, into that fence line, all through the fence lines, all down through there. I did the around arena. I did right there where the cars are, that part. I did down this fence. I did where some trailers are right there. And I did the barn and the pond.
Okay. Did you notice anything along this fence line when you were doing the work? Was it overgrown, or did it look like it had been freshly cut?
See, that's the thing. I didn't do anything on that side of the road. I didn't.
But did you look at it?
Yeah,
I mean, you were there.
I looked at it, and part of the reason why I wasn't told to weed eat over there or anything, so I didn't do it.
But when you looked over there, did
Yeah.
you notice it? Did it look overgrown? Did it look like it had just
Not
been cut
really.
or anything?
It really didn't like anything had grown there.
Okay. Did you notice back here anything on this side of the property where it looked like they burned stuff or anything like that?
No, ma'am. All I seen over there was just the horses.
Okay.
I didn't even enter that part of the property.
Okay.
Never.
After all of this, well, when you're there that day, did you see anything funny, smell anything funny?
No, and that's what got me. I'm surprised I couldn't smell anything. No.
Okay. Have you ever smelled like roadkill or anything after it sat for a few days?
Yeah, a dead animal. Yeah.
Okay. And you didn't smell anything like that?
Absolutely not. And what I read on North Escambia is, or I think it was North Escambia, that there was concrete over her or something like that.
So, did you see any concrete out there?
Never. No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you notice anything that looked like it just didn't belong? Anything kind of out of place, just looked funny to you?
No, ma'am. I get up bright and early and I do my job and come home.
Did Ashley ever have any discussion with you about this girl that had gone missing?
No.
You never heard her mention her any time there at the bar or anything?
No, I have not.
Okay. Do you know anybody that she's friends with up there that maybe was talking about it?
I know the bartenders.
Who do you know?
I know Audrey and I know Jessica.
Okay. So, have you seen them or heard from them since all this happened?
I went and I shoot in the league on Friday nights up there, and I've seen them there.
Okay. So, you were up there this past Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of conversations did you guys have about this?
Well, they told me that, since, I know Ashley and everything, don't be surprised if, I get questioned or anything. And I said, okay.
Who told you that?
Jessica.
Jessica.
They both did.
What's Jessica's last name?
I'm not sure, sir.
You got her number?
I've got it.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, did they say anything about them being contacted?
Yes, they said they had an interview or questioning Monday.
Did they say anything else about it?
No, they just said they didn't want to be dragged into this. And I'm right there with them.
Okay. Did you ever go up to a strip club with the bartenders and Kyle and Ashley? Do you remember anything about that?
Yeah. I've been to.
Okay. When's the last time you think that happened? Is it something that happens all the time, or?
No, that was a couple months ago.
Okay. Do you remember what happened that night? What strip club did you go to?
We went to Babes, and then we went to Arities. And really, that's it.
What'd y'all go to Babes for? Who's she?
Ashley is like really obsessed with Brandon, and I'm believing she just wanted to go to Babes just to spy on him.
Okay. So what happened?
We were at Babes for maybe 10 minutes. We left.
Okay, what happened? But what happened? I
'cause
mean,
she
I know
got-
some
'cause she
shit
got-
happened at Babes.
Yeah, because she
whatever.
got mad because she saw Brandon with another woman.
So, I mean, then you guys just leave?
And we just left.
Did
We went to
anybody
Arities.
buy anything? And look, I don't care if it's the case or not,
Yeah.
but did anybody buy any kind of drugs? Cocaine, maybe?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, and look, if it happened, it happened.
Not to my knowledge.
We
I
work
do not know.
homicides. I don't work dope. I don't care
Yeah.
about all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I just need you to tell me the truth. If you saw somebody buying cocaine or specifically cocaine.
I'm being completely honest with you.
Okay.
I'm not a killer. I do not associate with killers, and that's what scared me.
Right. And I don't know you
I know you
at
don't.
all.
I know you
So I'm gonna. I don't know what your relationship is with Ashley. I don't know what kind of relationships you have. Period. You have a girlfriend, a boyfriend. I don't know. But what happens in this room does not leave this room. I'm not going to contact anybody or say anything to anybody.
Okay.
Did you and Ashley have any kind of a sexual relationship?
No,
Never?
never.
Okay. Did she ever come on to you in a way to have that kind of relationship?
Never.
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 Okay. I mean, were you guys just social friends? Just
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I really didn't even talk to her that a whole lot because my girlfriend don't like her, and it's a occasional hey, how you doing? When I go in the shoot pool, I get off work, I go practice.
okay. Why doesn't your girlfriend like her?
She's jealous. She's just she don't like me talking to anybody. So
Okay. I mean, did she know that you picked Ashley up that day at the raceway? Did she know any of that stuff?
yeah, she knew about that, and
she's
she's
okay with that?
No, she didn't
Okay.
let me ride around with any woman at all.
So what happened there? I mean,
No, I mean, I just told her, I was like, I'm not into a woman who's half my 40 years old. I told her, I'm like, no.
okay. And I have to stress this. I can't say this enough, that I need you to be honest with me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And remember, her little princess self sitting there, she's not going to do this alone. She's not. So, if anything you have any knowledge of, now's the time. Okay?
You have any more questions, knowledge, or anything?
Did she ever have any conversation with you about what happened to Taylor?
No, ma'am.
Did she ever ask you to help her hide what happened to Taylor?
No, ma'am.
Did she ever ask you to help dispose of a body?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did she ever ask you to conceal anything?
No, ma'am. What's that mean?
Hide.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did she ever have any conversation with you about hurting Taylor?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever heard any of the other people that go up there to that bar say anything about conversations that Ashley's had about hurting her?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you had heard, would you tell me?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Who all else can you think of that Ashley's close with that might have more information?
Have y'all questioned Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all questioned the other two girls? Y'all questioned Kyle?
I mean, who would she come up there with and hang out with?
Mainly just the two girls. I mean, she'd hang out with Audrey a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were like.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just like that. Like, they come in and, hey guys, how y'all doing? Just,
Does Audrey still work there?
no, she works at Sushi Masa.
Okay. When's the last time that you saw Ashley and Audrey hanging out together?
It was before all this stuff happened.
Like, how far before?
Well, Audrey quit, I wanted to say almost a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But she'd still come in, you know, like on a Friday night or something, and, you know, come in and have her drinks or something with her. So, like, I mean, I don't know the exact date, you know, but it's around that time.
Okay. So you would see her come in
Yeah,
from
yeah.
time to time after she quit?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's nobody else you can think of that might know her better? A best friend?
Have y'all questioned James?
The homeless guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then I have no idea.
Okay. Was she having any other kind of relationships besides Brandon and
That was not talked about. I don't know.
you never saw her up there with anybody else though?
No. Mm-mm. No, she was always jealous over Brandon. Always. Like, that's all she wanted was Brandon. She couldn't get enough of Brandon.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else? That
Any
you
more
can
questions
think
from
of?
you? Just any more questions from you? To tell you the truth. That's all I know, ma'am. That's
Okay.
all I know.
Okay.
Any more questions for me?
If something comes up, I know where to find you. So,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
And if there's any more questions, you know, call me, or we can sit right here for a few more minutes if you got any more questions.
No.
I'm just trying to clear everything out.
And that's all it is got to clear it out. Got to get it out there. If you hear anything else, I'm going to give you my card. You can
Yes.
call me.
I mean, absolutely.
Because,
I
you
mean,
know, everybody's going to be talking about this.
and I just I've honestly been just needing somebody to talk to anyway, like a counselor or something. These past few days have not been going good. My stepdad just got killed. My brother,
Oh, that was
Did
your
you-
family over this weekend?
my brother.
Oh, were you there?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
I have been losing a lot of sleep over that. Yeah.
Well, hang on just a second, okay? You swear everything you told me was the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sit tight for just a minute. I'll come back and get you.